In Deltarune, a total of 18 unique armor pieces can be obtained. Pretty much every single one of these armor pieces' main priority is raising your defense stat. However, a lot of them can raise magic stat, attack stat, or even have special attributes that make them much more worth the while. Today, I want to rank every single armor piece in Deltarune from worst to best. This is putting into account every single thing that the armor piece provides. Many armor pieces with very valuable special attributes will be favored over ones with very high defense. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the ranking. Number 18, the Mannequin. The Mannequin provides a hefty stat bonus of absolutely nothing, but it decreases damage from cat attacks or puppet attacks by 35%, making this $300 Dark Dollar armor piece entirely useless. Number 17, the Amber Card. The Amber Card can be bought from Rules or Sham for $100 Dark Dollars. This simple armor piece provides only 1 defense, making it the weakest armor piece in the game, excluding the Mannequin. Number 16, the Dice Bracelet. This armor piece provides a feasible 2 defense. It becomes entirely useless after the Jevil battle. It can be found in a chest in the Scarlet Forest in Chapter 1. Number 15, the Glow Wrist. The Glow Wrist does the exact same thing as the Dice Brace. However, it can be used as a fusion component later on, which for now puts it above the Dice Brace. You can buy this from Sweet Cap and Cakes for $200 Dark Dollars, or you can find it in chests across Cyberworld. Number 14, the White Ribbon. It is the exact same case as the Glow Wrist, except it can be used for a much better fusion than the Glow Wrist. You can find this in a chest in the Field of Hopes and Dreams. Number 13, the Iron Shackle. The Iron Shackle applies 1 attack and 2 defense. This armor is especially useful against Jevil. It can be found in Chris and Rousey's prison cell in the Card Castle. Number 12, the Chainmail. This armor adds a whopping 3 defense, which will become the standard in Chapter 2 and likely the bare minimum in Chapter 3. It can be found in a chest in Queen's Mansion on the way to the basement. Number 11, the Silver Card. While this only has 2 defense, it has a special attribute that increases money gain by 5%. This can also be stacked. It is obtained by fusing 2 amber cards together, which can be obtained in mass at the start or end of Chapter 2 or anywhere in Chapter 1. Number 10, the Spike Band. The Spike Band is the inverse of the Iron Shackle. It increases attack by 2, but defense by only 1. However, this armor piece becomes especially useful if you are doing a specific build with someone like Rousey where you want DPS over anything else. This will also allow you to get through any future fights that require fighting much faster. Or, if you're sparing, any battle that has an alternate method that's faster through fighting. Like Queen, you can break Queen's shield with a Red Buster and a Rousey attack in just 1 turn. Number 9, the Big Shot Bow Tie. This can be bought off of Swatch for $300 Dark Dollars. It increases defense by 2 and magic by 1. The magic stat affects a lot more than you may think it does. While magic stat would obviously make Heal Prayer from Rousey heal more, it also makes Rude Buster and Red Buster from Susie do more damage. This is going to put magic raising stuff a lot higher in the rankings. Number 8, the Frayed Bow Tie. This puts +1 in every single stat. It also decreases damage from cat and puppet attacks by 15%, which can probably be stacked. This placement in relation to the Big Shot Bow Tie is just up to what you are trying to do. However, I believe since this item is cheaper and has the added bonus of the decreased damage, I believe it goes above the Big Shot Bow Tie by just 1 place. Number 7, the Royal Pin. This can be either taken off of Noelle's person while she is a party member, or buying one off of Swatch for 1,000 Dark Dollars. I suggest simply taking it off of Noelle, as you're probably not going to need more than one of these armors because the ones above this will use up those slots. In any case, this armor raises defense by 3 and magic by 1, being the strongest armor piece you can get from shops by far. Number 6, the Silver Watch. This can be acquired by taking it off of Noelle's person. This watch increases defense by 2, but the important part is that it increases graze time up. This means the more you graze, the longer the enemy turn gets. Most of the attack patterns in this game are very learnable and very easy to graze. The more you graze, the more TP you have, the better stuff you can do. You get where I'm going with this. Graze time up is an incredibly powerful ability and definitely deserves this spot. It also increases magic by 1, which is pretty useful if you're not equipping this to Chris like most people are. Number 5, the Tension Bow. It increases defense by 2, but it increases TP gain from grazing by a grand amount. This immediately makes up for the defense loss and the magic loss and just anything. I do think it is interchangeable with the silver watch though. It can be obtained via fusing the tension bit consumable and the big shot bow tie. Number 4, Devil's Tail. The Devil's Tail is famously known as a very, very powerful defensive item. It is a much better equipment piece in general than the Devil's Knife. It increases attack, defense, and magic by a whopping 2, which is very, very powerful. Equipping this to Susie will put your red and rude busters on steroids. Not only that, it can be stacked with the auto axe and the deal maker to make Susie an absolute powerhouse. And even then, you could just equip it to Ralsei for the magic boost for healing, or to Chris for the attack boost in attacking. And both of them get that 2 defense either way. The amount of builds you can make with this equipment piece is just so abundant. Though I'm worried it might get overthrown with the new Chapter 3 equipment pieces. Regardless, this is definitely worthy of the number 4 slot. The obtainment method is simply sparing Jevil through pacifying him. Number 3, the Deal Maker. Deal Maker, stat-wise, is the strongest equipment in the entire game. Remember what I said about Devil's Tail and all the capabilities it has with builds? Now imagine 5 defense and 5 magic. As we discussed before, magic does apply to any magic spell, damaging or healing, you name it. The builds you can make this thing are also builds you can make with Devil's Tail. Devil's Tail and Deal Maker are like a duo of sorts. When put together, that's 7 plus magic, 2 plus attack, and 7 plus defense. Rude Buster is hitting like a truck. Red Buster is hitting like a truck. Heal Prayer is hitting like a pat on the head from an angel. What puts this thing so far up is not only that, but the fact that you get 30% plus money upon completing a battle. This can be stacked with a silver card, but 30% plus kinda negates the need for the silver card whatsoever. It also decreases damage from puppet and cat attacks by a whopping 40%. All of these things, you'd say it's probably the best armor in the entire game by far, no? Well, there's one more special gimmick that has not been covered yet. Number 2, the Pink Ribbon. The Pink Ribbon only does a pathetic 1 defense plus. However, it increases your graze area by 44%. Not only does this make it far easier to gain TP, it also makes it so attacks stay within your graze area, giving you more TP over time. Because of the larger graze area, you're getting effectively way more TP than you ever could imagine. And with how valuable TP is to just doing fights and winning things, just doing anything efficiently, this little attribute clears the entire list. There's not much further explanation I need to do to support this point, other than the fact that this can be equipped to anyone on the team and it will affect everyone, and it can be stacked with all of the other graze affecting things, making your grazing utterly crazy. And now for the very unexpected and definitely uninferable number 1 on my list, the Twin Ribbon. Imagine what I just described to you as number 2. Except instead of 1 defense, you're getting 3 defense, and instead of 44% graze area, you're getting 56.25% graze area. Basically, just a far better version of what was supposed to be the best equipment in the game. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and with that I have some good news and bad news. The bad news is I am obviously sick, as you can probably tell by my voice in this video, and how fluctuating my commentary is with the tone of my voice. I've been coughing a lot. I'm very sick. I'm sorry. But, in other words, I'm finally monetized on YouTube. I can start making money for my efforts in providing not very high quality content. But seriously, I just want to take a second to thank all of you for the support I've gotten on my most recent videos, and just, wow. The amount of subs I've gained, the watch hours, the views, it's just been, this is my all-time high on YouTube. And I've been at this for a long time. This has always been a passion of mine. And it's good to see that I can finally start earning from my passion, at least a little. So, thank you guys. A lot. I appreciate it so much. And with that, peace. I'll see y'all whenever I feel like uploading again.